Now the fun part. So we've been on this call for less than 30 minutes and we've already got a solid build. So how many pages have we got on this site already? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pages. Sorry, and talking's made me thirsty. So what I've done now is I've clicked on the content architecture template here. This opens up my template editor, and to activate it I need to click on a page. Once I've clicked on the page, it'll open up the editor and you'll notice that most of the results are basically blank, excepting for data that we've found and collected already. Okay, so typically when I get to this stage, what you're going to do is two things. Step one, you're going to click on your blueprint. This is going to drill it. This will go and fetch every single keyword in your blueprint. Those 8 pages, for each of those pages, it'll go and fetch the top 100 results for us, incognito mode. So we can start analyzing all the features on that actual page to determine how and what type of content we're going to create to compete. Does that make sense? Okay, sweet. Once we've done that, we're going to generate the DNA braid. Now, because of the blue button, it matches these blue tokens over here. And what this allows me to do is to say, for my H1 titles, give me all the keywords that are more than 1,000 per month. For my H2 titles, give me all the keywords that are more than 100. So it's a 10-to-1 ratio, roughly. Minimum cost per click, $1. And then what that does is it'll go through all our research and it'll bring back all the keywords. And what that shows us is all the holes that we have. And from there we can either go add competitors, or we can go and add theme keywords or drill into more themes if we choose so to do it. Or we can add custom things using Keyword Keg or any other tool that we want. So who wants to see this thing run? Give me a one. Okay. Let's fire. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is click step 1, draw blueprint. Now you'll notice it opened up in a new tab. The reason why we've done this is just so that you can keep on working and typing away and doing what you want to do. And as you save on this page, you'll stay on this page, but it'll save it so you don't lose. But it saves you having to wait for this to run. Now typically this takes about 3 or 4 minutes to go, but the work that it's doing is quite intensive, and it's getting you a lot of information back, and it's starting to fill in all the gaps of your blueprint. Any questions about this so far? Is that process simple? We added a domain, we drew into the theme keyword, we mapped out a silo, we came to content architecture, we clicked on draw blueprint because we were satisfied that all the keywords were there, the pages we wanted were there for sure. And once the draw's finished, we're going to click generate DNA braid. Now, when you draw the blueprint, this does use up tokens, right? But when you generate the DNA braid, that's just a function that's been designed to help you chunk through all the hard work very, very quickly. So that doesn't cost you anything. And then obviously the blueprint is the output of what you've tweaked and sorted out. So while that's drilling, let me walk you through this page and how it actually works. In the meta area, this is the keyword that we're targeting. We've tweaked the URL. We can start working on a page title and our meta description. The way the page works is it shows us the top 30 rows of data. We see our search features when the draw's finished. We'll see all the related keywords. We'll see the top questions, what people are asking. We'll see the buyer's intent, and we can choose between different types of intent. And what I found, when you're in a service-based market and you click on service, you tend to get a lot of types of service-based keywords coming back. If there's PPC, we'll see the PPC ads. The organic, we'll see the top 100 or whatever organic results available. And obviously, we'll see the videos. There's the videos that we found already with this volume. We can see how much searches there are. Okay, so this one here has had a lot of interest, flipping his account from 350 to 26k. So can you see how the intent attracts a lot of clicks? Give me a 1 if you guys are starting to see what's happening here. Okay. So I know nothing from this already, but if this is a true story and it helps me work, I can start taking this and I can start building out my story. Would you click on that headline? Was that hard, guys? Hendrik says no. Henny says yeah. But can you see how quickly we can start putting ideas together, and we can start using the information we've gotten back to help build our stories. So I'm just going to save that for now. Now, this is drilled. I typically just close that down, and then I click refresh on the page that I'm working on. And what you got now, yeah, Hendrik says he was an old banker, so he knows all the dirty tricks. So look what happened, guys. We've got basically the feature snippet. So what have we got over here? We know that this works. So in our feature snippet, I can stick that in there, and I can start working on this topic. So this is going to become my H2 tag. I'll make this my closing tag. And this can become my brand. And what is blah blah blah. So over here we can come in there and start tweaking out the URL, tweak this out, change it. But basically what you're looking for here is 100 to 150 words. You want to have bullet points and you want to have tables to make your featured snippets trigger, guys. So with this process, these green fields are essentially what's going to get exported out in the video silo builder, which we're going to be upgrading next. And with the rank math plugin, when you're configuring your feature snippets, all you got to do is point to the excerpts file inside rank math, and it'll point to this file where you've put this information in. Google will then say, okay, cool, this is the excerpt featured snippet information, and it'll use this and it'll shove it into the page. Now, most people are not optimizing every single page in their blueprint for feature snippets. We're doing it by default with this process. Does that make sense? Give me one if it does, and two if feel free to jump into the conversation, guys, because this is brand new, and I just want to start walking you through what's happened. So can you see we click drill, we analyze the web, it's brought back the top 100 results incognito so we can see what it is. We can see the ads, the featured snippet, the image, what people are asking, what videos are there, and then obviously all the results, right? So let's look at what we have here. Feature snippets number 1. There's number 1. Then we got what people are asking next. Then we got videos. There's the whole video bar. And then it's organic. When you're building your page, what are the things you're going to start embedding into your page now that you can see what features are working and what Google wants for this particular topic? I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this at this point in time before I move on. Because I know Welton's been asking me 100 questions on this all week. Any questions, guys? Okay, so everyone's cool there? Oh. Okay, so there we can see that. Globally, we can see that in this market, the feature snippets are used twice. Out of all these keywords and targets, it's only 2 places are popping with feature snippets. Is that a missed opportunity, or is that just Google doesn't want to see it? I think it's a missed opportunity. People are asking 32 questions, of which 4 are asked on this topic over here. Organic, a lot of organic results. Top stories, so press releases are relevant. You should consider it in your strategy. We've got a lot of related searches, 67, a lot of related keywords. Locals popped up over here. We've got 5 PPC ads, and there's images. I love this because immediately, as I'm working my blueprint, I can start seeing what media types I need to start thinking about. Does it make sense, guys? Okay. Related keywords. This is what people are searching for as well. So we can take that, we can stick it into our list, and we can basically Let's take that out there. And then we come down. What are people asking? And as we're working, we can basically do whatever we want to do in our editor, and we can start crafting out the story. So this is what people are searching for, and this is essentially what people are asking. We've got how, what, when. We can increase how much data we want to see. So if we say 150, we come back to our questions, we go back to how. It unlocks all the how questions, so we can see all the questions all the way down. Okay, buyer's intent. So we can start finding out. Forex will probably be, let's see what comes up in service, because that tends to always bring back nothing there. Okay, but we didn't really drill much into the theme keywords. But best Forex platform, that there has 1,300 searches. That's got 480. That's got 320. Okay, so can you see how we're starting to put things together? On PPC, there are no ads on this particular one. On organic, there's all our organic pages. We can click and see what this guy's saying. There's his whole stack, the history. We can see that there's an advert over there. I can do display ads on this page. So on my blueprint, I can quickly come down and say, okay, yes, there's a display opportunity just by doing that. And on my video headlines, these are the videos that are showing on YouTube, and these are some of the videos we got back when we drilled our theme. Okay, so if I click save, can you see how quickly we're starting to put together content for our blog with the most important terms? And between the video headlines, the buyer's intent, and these nodes of relevance here, we can start pushing in contextual and thematically relevant keywords into our copy very, very quickly. Now notice this is a content template, so if you're familiar with your tokenization, if you're using plugins in WordPress that uses tokenization, sometimes you got braces that you use like that with a word. Sometimes the guys use curly braces. So we can go brand name for all your shortcuts or your tokens, or the things you want to embed. You can basically put them into your copy like that. Okay, so the next thing we got here is the DNA braid, and this section here goes with this function over here. So I'm just going to quickly save this, and then we can just click on this and let it run. This will take literally 1 or 2 minutes, and I'd like to hear guys' questions and thoughts, because after we've run the braid, we're going to tweak the braid, and then we're going to look at the blueprint and see the output of what's come out of the system. So there's literally, if I wasn't talking, I would have been done with my first silo in 20 minutes with the most relevant keywords that are thematically relevant and contextually relevant, with all the competitors, references, everything I need to build out my page at maximum speed. Now, for other guys that aren't using the system, to do the DNA braid and to do what we're doing, it's going to be a lot of manual work. And we literally, in less than an hour, we've mapped out a silo that we can start publishing. Any thoughts so far on what you guys have seen? The DNA braid will run through your domains that you've added, and it will extract thematically and contextually relevant keywords. And it'll then run through your keyword research that you've done, and it'll find keywords. So you can see that it's finished, right? It's done your whole blueprint. It's not just done one keyword, it's done all of them. When you draw the blueprint, if you go and add more nodes afterwards, you can come back. It won't re-drill the same node again for 60 days. So for basically 2 months, it'll hold on to that record, and then it'll actually only drill another one. It's just to save your credits. And there's no point. I don't see the features changing that much consistently, because things will be up and down. So 2 months is a fair time to do a refresh. So let's look at what's happened. We just run those 2 buttons, and across our entire blueprint, I was going to jump through Forex trading, feature snippet people ask, currency trading, feature snippet also people ask. We drop down into the categories. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. And let's go to what is Forex? Check, it's all videos. People ask, then organic. So can you see how simple it's become, but how powerful it is now? So if I don't come back to my silos and I'm on I clicked on content architecture, I went to the silo level. Check the DNA braid, what it's done now. So on the DNA braid, we've got these open parts here. As we're doing our work and we're researching, what the DNA braid does is, if you can imagine a series of mountains and you're standing on Mount Everest, which is the vertical, it's like a single word or two-word phrase, and you're looking around you, all those little peaks with a lot of search will be popping up. For the H1 keywords, we've got Forex trading. What is Forex trading? Trading for beginners. So these are 3 topics that we can choose to utilize on this particular page. Okay, so those are 3 big traffic keywords. It gives us spin tags, which we can take, and depending on how we're building and where we're publishing things to, we can actually input spin tags into our site anywhere we want. Okay, and then it gives us our hashtags for our videos, Instagram. Okay, I use hashtags a lot with videos, with siloing our videos. The H2s here, we can see what also people are looking for. So here's a cool hack. What you can do over here, guys, is I showed this to Welton the other day. In the article, I'm just going to take this off for a minute. We'll put this list back up here, just to keep things tidy. But I'll stick that in there, and I'll start breaking this out. Now all you got to do is put them in the right order, so that when the person reads the page, we can essentially start answering their questions very, very quickly. So for the case study that I want to do with you guys, I want to take one page that's live, and I want you guys to go and start optimizing that page and building out your content template. Because now you can come here and see Forex for Dummies, trading books, platforms, trading. So if we're talking about software, these keywords are stacked in the order of most searches. This one being the most, then that one, then that one. So can you see how I've just gone along and I've got the topics for my article already? So what's cool about this is when we're building out our content templates, now we can see what the most important topics are. Because if you got 10,000 keywords, it becomes a nightmare. It doesn't matter if you're using a spreadsheet or whatever. But what's cool about the system now is we can essentially get our content ideas. That's why I call it the Semantic Content Template Editor. Now I've got the top level ideas, trading for dummies. So obviously beginning stuff is important. So I can come in here and I can take these and stick those in there if they're relevant. And you see how we start making bullets and lists under the topics? Does that make sense? Okay, so it's not a matter of just doing keywords anymore. What it's actually done is taken keyword research, it's taken our competitors' data, and it's taken stuff from the web, it's taken things from the video, it's brought it all together for us into a systematic process that we can go and map at the most important nodes. So essentially, if I would come along, I could just hand this off to my writer once I've got a template going. And the other day, I shared a template with you guys where I used the AIDA method: attention, interest, desire, action. That's just one of the methods that I learned, and it's very powerful when you start stacking it out in that way. Because what's all the headlines that are going to grab attention, and you put your top 5. What are all the things that have interest? What are all the things that are triggering desire? How do I get them to take action? And when you're thinking about that all the time, you run through the process from top to bottom, going through all these. Which headline grabs my attention? What are my top 5? Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Modify. Add my own tokenization in. And once you've done that, and it's all done, you simply come to the exports, export manager, and you click on generate WordPress file, and I can pull this into my website. There's my blueprint. Now when it goes in, that template's going to get pushed into my WordPress page. Okay, so we've got some big updates coming to the WordPress plugin, but on the keyword list, remember we drilled it before? Now we can see all our keywords: Forex, Forex trading, Forex exchange, currency trading. There's all our keywords. So we added one theme with 50 keywords. We never found any PPC, or did we? No, nothing there. And from our domain keywords, we've got all the top URLs for the page that we added. We can export that out and do exactly what we want with it. And that's DMT. It's